All right, what's going on? It's Bobby Skinner talking Giants, and this is your wild card offensive line report for the New York Giants. Going to go through a few things. We're going to do an Andrew Thomas segment, all pro. We got to give him his due. We're going to talk about the pass blocking holding up really well in some plays. But we're going to start going through the run game. One, it's just some good schematic stuff from the Giants, Dable and Kafka. And then the offensive line just executing really well and allowing Saquon Barkley, Matt Breida to make the most out of every touch those guys got. And these guys deserve a lot of credit. A lot of times we come on these O-line reviews or O-line reports and they're not fun besides Andrew Thomas. This was a fun one to do. So let's get into it. Make sure to like and subscribe. Tell your friends. We'll have the film review, all that good stuff out. Let's get into it. First play. And you're going to see they use a lot of motion in these. So you got Bellinger lined up out here, right? We're going to motion him in. We're going to motion him into the backfield. We're in a pistol formation, shotgun with the running back behind him. And this was the Nick Gates holding call, and it was a BS holding call. But I love this. So they're going to run weak zone. So, they're going to run away from Bellinger. And this is a play the Giants had some success on against the Colts. So first we're going to see Thomas. We're running zone. We're widening the edge. We're getting on Hunter. We're creating a lane. And then you have 97 on this inside shade on Nick Gates. So instead of them trying to work a combo to the linebacker 54, they're going to do what's called a wipe call, where Gates is just going to down block on this, and Feliciano is going to wrap around and get to and try and seal this linebacker off, or not even seal this linebacker off, but just get to 39, right? So Feliciano does a good job on that. Gets to the inside shoulder of 39. Good job. Gates. Now, Gates, you don't want him to Phillips to cross your face on this. But Gates did what he's taught. Is if he does, you get your hand in that hip and you drive him. And that's what he did. Like, the only reason this looks like holding is because he reaches out for a tackle and Gates keeps moving and buries him ass. Like, when they redirect your weight, do that. So they called holding. That's a good job on Gates. And then Glowinski, they want to use his athleticism, so we're gonna let him fly out here and take on Kendricks. Right? He's got to get on his horse and go. I mean, quick, flips his hips. Good job of Kendricks, and then Bellinger's gonna replace and cut Dalvin. Neal's blocking the backside, and you got a big gain called back on a bogus holding call, but good stuff. Now we're gonna see the touchdown run by Saquon Barkley. So again, we're going to motion or shift Bellinger pre-snap. We're in this wing T formation where you got Breida. So you shift Bellinger. We're going to motion Breida. They ran this jet sweep a million times with Breida, and they ran it in this game too. So you're going to show that, which is going to get these linebackers. Like, see, I mean, they're running a toss. The offensive line is showing that they're running a toss. But yet 54 is still stuck out here because you have to respect that. So Hodgins comes and cracks the end right here. And then Thomas, man, look at this athleticism to get out here and make this block. I mean, this guy, his athleticism is unreal. So Hodgins, just like Gates in a similar way, where it's like if he gets your outside shoulder, get into his hips and drive. Not a holding call. Gates is down blocking here. Feliciano's going to pull. Take on 39. And then just a great cut by Saquon. Press it. Bam. Bounce out. The safety Bynum is caught inside. Go. And the Giants put up 6 on their first drive of the game. Next play. This was my favorite one of the game. Again, the Giants are lining up in this pistol formation. We're gonna show that we're shifting Cager in, but we're not actually, because we're gonna put him right back out. Giants are gonna run a trap. So what are they gonna do? So you're running this against a light box. See how Gates and Thomas look like they're both going to block Phillips, right? Like they're showing that they're both going to block Phillips. But nope. Put that hand on the back, and they are going to come to the linebacker. Gates, great job. getting to that outside, getting his, getting to this shoulder, sealing this off. Thomas, seal this. And then, so these guys showing like they're going to work some type of double team on Phillips. It allows him, it stops Phillips, it keeps Phillips thinking and gets him upfield. Whereas if they just left him unblocked, Phillips is taught, get down the line and squeeze this down, right? But because he's thinking, okay, I'm being doubled, let me see what's going on. Well, Glowinski is going to pull on this trap block and kick him out, and he does a damn good job at it. I mean, look at that. Feliciano down block on Dalvin. And then Saquon is going to run this like a counter where he's pressing the inside, the backside A-gap. Go. And you got there, and then you let Saquon be Saquon. You let him get a spin move on Harrison. Bam! I mean, just a beautiful spin move. And a big gain for the New York Giants gets them down to the 13-yard line. Then the Giants are back in this wing T formation, right? You got Matt Breida, Daniel Bellinger. We're going to motion Bellinger. We're going to show this fake pitch and then hand it to Breida. Now, Zadarius Smith does a good job on this, but I just want to highlight and highlight the blocking on this. Dalvin jumps in this gap. Evan Neal picks it up. Watch Nick Gates get flat down this line, get to the inside shoulder, get in, inside leverage, get to that inside of the helmet of Hunter, put him on his fucking ass. I mean, just puts him on his ass. We got Thomas showing off his athleticism coming up here in the hole. Seal it off. Now, good job by Zadarius reading this and getting down the inside hip and chasing it. But this fake action right here, it just freezes Zadarius for a second. And that allows Breida to, run through that arm tackle and turn that into a 2nd and 5 into a first down. So some just good stuff. And then this one, they're just running simple zone. Glowinski, get low. Maybe not the best technique, but get low, drive your feet. And Neal doesn't do a good job on this block on Dalvin. Dalvin's there, and then this is Saquon. Like, I know this is the O-line report, but Saquon just put his shoulder through and watch this foot drive. Keep these feet driving. Keep these feet driving. You get in the end zone. Let's watch it in full speed. I mean, he just fires off. He sees, okay, I'm going off of Glowinski. Bam. And then let your old friend Dalvin know. We love you, Dalvin. But we had to do it to him. So just awesome stuff. Awesome stuff in the run game. They didn't run the ball a ton, and I'm glad they didn't. But when they did, it was very, very effective. All right, we'll finish off with the Andrew Thomas Awards segment. And he got his awards, All-Pro. Got snubbed by the Pro Bowl, but he was an All-Pro left tackle for the NFL this year. In his third year, 24 years old. Very happy for him. Very proud of his play. But it's not going to be the same old stuff with Thomas. One, I think the Vikings tried to test his inside presence, which, teams have not done versus Thomas very much since essentially his rookie season. But also, good on the Vikings for not trying to work, beat him around the corner, or they just kind of went with power and then tried to, go power to inside, because that's kind of what Thomas invites. You still can't beat him with that, but that's what he invites, and just trying to work him around the corner. So congrats to the Vikings for at least trying to do that. But Thomas obviously did what Andrew Thomas does, and that is dominates. And that's why he's an all-pro tackle. So let's get into it. I want to go through the inside presence stuff first. So first play here versus Hunter. Wide alignment from these pass rushers. Like you see, they like to line them up wide. So Thomas, we're setting 1 foot, 2 foot. But if he goes through this third step, he oversets and gives a clear lane for the inside. So he just has a great proportion, like good feel for okay, like I'm good here. I don't need to make that third step. I'm not a robot. And guess what? Hunter is trying to work that inside. So watch this right foot. Watch this right foot. Plan off this left foot, right foot. You keep your hips square. We're not giving a pass to the quarterback. Totally shut that down. Land your punch. He's going to spin move, play the piano on his back. You got that punch, reload your hands in his chest. I mean, ball comes out quick. That's a dominant rep by Andrew Thomas. Here versus Zydarius. Let's watch the feet. 1, 2. Opening the hips a little bit on the third step. Zydarius goes kind of speed inside. But Thomas, you just see the athletic ability. Like, with this right foot actually kind of drops back where you don't want it, right? Like, we talk about it a lot. This gives a pass to the quarterback right here. But the athleticism just makes up for it, that he's able to recover and wash this down. Like, he's able to wash this up into the the rest of the line on this. Next play, Hunter's going to work this little stutter inside, and Thomas is just patient, very patient. Again, that's been the key to Thomas's game, is the patience he has. Like, not what he's trying to do right here is trying to get this tackle antsy and get him to punch early and take it and use his hands. But watch. See this stutter move? Thomas's hands are ready. I'm not punching. I know I got, some of the longest arms for tackles in the NFL. I'm waiting until you get into my space. All right, we're here. You want to work inside? You're going to swing that foot back, but our hips are square. We're horizontal with the line of scrimmage, and we're shutting it down. And Daniel Jones makes a hell of a throw to Isaiah Hodgins. Here, this is just your typical, they're running a blitz, so they're gonna send Zydarius into this gap. Just good job by Thomas IDing it. 1, 2. Oh, okay. They're slanting Zydarius inside. Plant off this left foot. Even the right foot's like, it's not even like, that's not a perfect rep by Thomas, but just the athleticism takes over. DJ hits the hot versus the blitz. Saquon does the rest. Here's just a stunt pickup, but again, it's having that inside presence. Just look at the speed, and again, they line up Zydarius all over the line. Look how quick he slams down on this, right? Bam. I mean, just the trust that Bredesen has in Thomas that he's going to slam this down and be able to pick up Hunter. Again, Hunter's a really good rusher, man. But he IDs it quick. I mean, as soon as he shows this, he IDs it quick. As soon as he shows this, look at Thomas's head. Snaps his head. Plants off that left foot. We're here. We're here. So just having that inside presence, again, which has not been tested by him a lot. And then, like I said, I want to give the Vikings credit for at least trying to work power, right? Like, this is what you should do versus Andrew Thomas. Don't try and work speed. I know Parsons and Sweat got him on a couple this year, but Thomas is going to give you the chest. He's not going to punch. He's not going to let you use his hands against him. But he's able to absorb that punch. Look at just him absorb that punch. Good balance. Feet stay wide. Able to re-anchor. And then Gates comes over and gives you some help. And then it was a bad day to be a Patrick Peterson. Next play versus Zydarius. Zydarius is a big, strong dude. I mean, he's lining up in this wide 9 alignment, working speed to power, right? And he lands his hands, right? Like, this is why offensive line coaches like to teach the two-handed punch, is to stop this, right? To stop these dominant NFL pass rushers just benching you into the quarterback. But when you have a guy like Thomas, whose balance, his core strength is just through the roof, he's able to absorb that, right? And go to that hop step. Watch both feet in the air by Thomas. See that? That's on purpose. It re-anchors yourself. He's got low hands. Good stuff. It's just whatever D linemen or pass rushers do against Thomas. He just has answers. Like if you come with power, yeah, you might get into my chest, but I have the balance. I have the athleticism to re-anchor. And if I need to go to the hop step, I'll go to the hop step. If you're going to work inside, even if my footwork's not 100% perfect, I have the athleticism to recover. And then this last one, again, just like you want to go to that one-arm bull, look how long Thomas's arms are. Feet stay wide, good knee bend. Long arms keeping him out of that chest. See, he's trying, but he's not able to use his hands and his strength. So obviously good stuff from Andrew Thomas. I mean, another game, 0 pressures allowed. And good stuff. I didn't know we didn't do too much pass pro on the whole offensive line. Neal definitely a negative, but I'm not gonna just keep breaking down the same stuff with Evan Neal. Glowinski had some bad stuff. Feliciano, to his credit, has improved his play over the last month. And then Gates and Bredesen did their jobs as well. So good stuff, man. And these guys really helped. They contributed to this win. They didn't win in spite of them. Like they really contributed to this win. So really good stuff. And the run game was just fun to watch from a schematic point of view and just guys doing their job. So appreciate you guys. Again, like and subscribe. Share this with your friends. Film review will be out later today. I'm very excited for that. Be honest, I'm more excited for the film review than the O-line report. So see you guys on the next one. Let's go Big Blue.